What's up, y'all? Welcome to Kin 257 Red Planetary Earth or 10 Kaban. I perfect in order to evolve, producing synchronicity. I seal the matrix of navigation with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of vital force or life force. So that lets me know that we're guided by the red dragon. Not the red dragon, the red serpent on this creation. Y'all remember I talked about yesterday, these solar seals, they go through their own cycles around these oracles. So if you pay attention, you gonna see what I mean. It's very interesting. So let's get into the planetary of perfect, producing, and manifestation. The power is perfect. The action is producing. The essence is manifestation. And over here, the earth, the power is navigation. The action is evolving. The essence is synchronicity. We're evolving. We're producing. With the power, in the manifestation, in the essence of manifestation, in the essence of synchronicity, with the power of perfection, with the power of navigation. We navigate these timelines intentionally using this coding, this divine sacred coding. Let's check this. So here we go with evolve, navigation, and synchronicity with the red earth. We come down with the seed as the hidden helper today. And remember, the seed was the guide, or not the guide, was our ally yesterday on this side. And now it's ascended or descended down or back into the invisible realm, the subconscious helper, the invisible helper, with targeting, focus, awareness, focusing, and flowering, manifestation. So it's helping us bring forth, it's helping us focus first and foremost on this new evolution and how we've synchronized and lined ourselves up because we were targeting, because we had focus on whatever it was, and we brought forth awareness of that thing that we wanted to manifest. And now we have that extra help with evolving in the spiritual realm, in the invisible realm. We have that extra help with targeting and focus, and synchronicity. We're realizing the synchronicities that have happened. We're realizing that how we can navigate in this world and evolve in this world. When we target and when we focus on something, when we bring awareness to something, it will manifest. It can manifest. And remember, we're guided also by the life force of the red serpent, of life force, survival, and instinct. So if we're guided by life force and instinct and survival, that means it's from a higher timeline now. So we're not in survival mode, we're thriving. This is a grounded initiation as well. And I'll get to that in a second. So our ally on this creation is the white wind of breath, of communication, and spirit. So we're divinely guided, divinely led by breath, by spirit. We're communicating with spirit, with breath. Especially when it comes to grounding, baby, the best way for me personally, is taking that pause to breathe intentionally so I can calm down my nervous system and I can receive messages and answers from spirit. And spirit, God, Allah, whoever you believe in, that's your business, that's your ministry, okay? I'm not here to, like, this works for no matter what religion, what spiritual background, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, nothing at all. This works well with any and all religions and spiritual beliefs. That's another beautiful thing about this. So if you want to talk about spirit, if that's the Holy Spirit, you communicate with the Holy Spirit, and that's what helps navigate you and get you synchronized and helps you focus. Here you go. It works with all. It works with all. And so I already talked about that we're being guided by the red serpent. And so the challenge, if this is a challenge, if this creation is a challenge as far as knowing how to evolve and continuing to our evolution, and getting higher and higher in our evolution, and linking up, synchronizing so that we know how to navigate. It's all synchronicity. If this is a challenge, perhaps it might be the blue hand of knowing, of accomplishments, and healing. The healing hand. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you forgot who you is. Because we be forgetting as humans, we forget who we are. We do. I do it. And then thankfully, I have my friends here, or I have my real friends in real life to remind me, T, breathe. Remember to breathe. Remember to step back. Remember what's inside of you. Remember the chi. Remember. Remember the divinity that's inside of you. Remember. And so with that remembering, with the knowing of the blue hand, it always encourages me to remember how far I've come in my healing journey. And so I can continue to walk in that knowing. And of the things that I've accomplished, especially going through this healing process. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't have the relationships that I have in my life if it wasn't for me going through this healing process and working on what I need to work on so that I can show up in a different way, in a healthier way. You know what I'm saying? With the people that I work with the people I collab with the people I advocate with, and even for, because there's going to be people who will come out of the woodworks with their misunderstandings and their projections. And we gotta be able to stand our ground in a grounded space and still move with love and acknowledgement of the counterpart that is in front of us, of the mirrored reflection that is in front of us, in a healthy space, so that we can stay in alignment in this evolution. And looky here we are. Also, yes, I switch up my voice if you can't tell. Anyway, so we are on the Dali plasma. We're at the beginning of the heptad, or the week, but we not WEAK, period. So we don't say week. I don't say week. I prefer not to. But anywho, I ain't gonna go into that. We can go into that in another video. But see here, we are on the first heptad, and heptad means a sequence of 7. And so we're at day 1, kin 1 of this brand new month, aka moon, of lunar Scorpion moon. Lunar is challenge. And it's okay. And then we have that Scorpion energy, that hidden energy, that spiritual, unknown darkness, mystical, mysterious, sensual, sexual energy. This is going to be interesting. Oh, and as I'm looking at this heptad, we also got 2 GAPs in a row this heptad. We're also coming around to the end of this wave spell as well. Speaking of waves, okay, so let me get back over here before I run out of time. Okay, so Dali plasma is connected to the 3rd chakra. So taking it like doing mudras and mantras and meditations and all the things. You can do some yoga that channels and taps you into the 3rd eye. Or I'm sorry, not the 3rd eye, the crown chakra. Dali plasma is connected to the crown chakra. So as we get grounded with this energy, that's at the top. So make sure you're getting grounded in the lower half too, which is the root chakra. We also have this red, which is the beginning of initiation. So we got some powerful things happening right now. All right, so as you can see, we're coming to a close with the yellow star of beautifying our situation, beautifying and creating art with elegance. Beautify your situation to light it up and evolve.